Great Grand Rising. Come on in, guys. Come on in. Happy Monday. Let's go, let's go, let's go. We are officially at the end of first quarter today, and we are here to celebrate. Listen, beloved, you made it through. Let me just throw a happy Monday up on Facebook. Make sure we're broadcasting over there, and then we're going to go ahead and activate the Success Mind. So, with that being said, here we go. Happy Monday. All right. So, with that being said, let's go ahead, sit with good posture. You all know why we do this. We take time to do this because we want to anchor and ground ourselves in this dimension while allowing our inner self to be able to soar, expand. We want to become consciously aware of this present moment. So we do that by taking a good healing deep breath in, right? We've already programmed the subconscious. When this hand goes to the heart, everything calms down, everything comes focused and centered, and we are ready. Healing deep breath in. Exhale. Relax. From the crown of the head, skin over scalp, face, drop those shoulders down from your ear, your arms, your fingers, your torso, your core, your legs, your thighs, your feet, your toes. Everything is anchored. Everything is grounded. You are safe. Deep breath in. Turn the focus inward to the rich inner life, the kingdom of God within. Infinite power and potential, and we breathe. And exhale. Relax deeper. Bring yourself present to the sacred moment. Be in this sanctuary of love, peace, joy. We relax. We're so thankful, so grateful. Stir up that heart of gratitude for being here today, being in your right mind, having a new determination, a new destination is coming in second Q. All right, beloved, come on in. Let me know that you're here. Give me a great grand rising. Let's just love on each other for a moment. And as we do that, we're just solidifying our community. All right. So with that being said, we are officially at the end of first quarter. And in our community, we practice the 30, 60, 90 principle. 30 days, you can create a new habit. 60 days, a new mindset. 90 days, a new lifestyle. Beloved, you have created a new lifestyle. And so what we want to do today, I'm so full of joy, so full of excitement today because, beloved, you made it through first Q. I made it through first Q. And we were awake the entire time. We were conscious. We didn't go into a long period of being blacked out, being unconscious, right? Being numb, hiding, escaping. You may have hit little pockets of that, but you kept moving on the course and the direction you were set on. So for our first Q recap, I guess this would be installment 4, but this is really the celebration. I want us to just gently touch on what we explored in March. And I'm very clear that we have to go deeper and add more to this so that we get to what we talked about. So this month of March was all about convergence. Remember that? Aligning inner and outer work so that we can experience positive progression. So we talked about that. And I want to look directly at my notes. We move beyond intention, right? Remember that intentional focus? We move beyond intention into embodiment. And I know that this is where we are meant to go further, to go deeper, and to add more so that we can understand alignment and embodiment in a deeper way, right? So we talked about how the inner world meets outer reality. That's what convergence is all about. And like I said, I'm clear that we need to stay with this inner and outer convergence, allowing the two to meet, the inner work with outer manifestation, outer reality, seeing your 3D realm shift, seeing it change. Beloved, if you are willing to lock in, Great Grand Rising, come on, let me know you're here. If you are willing to lock in and to journey and go through, you are going to see your outer reality begin to change, to transform. And that's what we want to do. We want to match the inner clarity, right? We talk so much about getting that inner clarity, right? And looking beyond what's coming at you and what you're dealing with to be able to see clearly where you need to put that focus, right? We talk about identifying misalignments between what you say you want and how you show up. See, I could just stop and deal with that right there. The misalignment between what you say you want and how you actually show up. And that's not a bad thing, beloved. It's a good thing, because that means that you are consciously aware of your actions. You are consciously aware of what you're doing or consciously aware of what you're not doing. Great Grand Rising, thanks for joining us live. You are consciously aware, right? And so when you become consciously aware of how you're showing up or how you're not showing up, that is a good thing. So we started identifying misalignment, and then we wanted to recognize, watch this, that wholeness isn't just spiritual, it's also strategic. And I'm feeling the energy and the power of wholeness today. So you can see, just by all the ground that we covered, there's a lot of moving pieces to manage when it comes to maintaining or allowing transformation to happen within your life. So there's a lot of moving pieces, but we want to take one piece at a time and become skilled. That's why I said yesterday, why I always ask for a 12-month commitment, because it takes time to deal with all these moving pieces. And how many years you have been in this 3D construct? You've had 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 years creating these habits, creating these brain waves and patterns, comfort zones. You have to be patient with yourself. Can you put that in the notes? Come on and talk back. I will be patient with myself. Patient, but not stagnant. Patient, but not idle. There's a difference between just waiting and watching. As I mentioned yesterday, how we used to say, watch as well as pray. There's a difference between waiting. And for those of us that grew up in the religious community, we are used to waiting on God. But trust me when I tell you, we're not waiting on God, because it's already done. It's already been given. God is waiting on us. Or I want to say the universe. Let me say it that way. Because God is already putting everything that pertains to life and godliness into spiritual law. And when we divinely align with spiritual law, we're going to get the benefit of what is already done. So it's not even like saying God is waiting on me. The alignment, the universe, the operating system is just waiting for you to tap in and align, because it's already done. It's already been given. We just have to make the choice. Are you going to do now what's necessary? Are you willing? Type in the chat for me, I'm willing. I'm willing. I'm willing. I'm willing. I allow. Come on. I am willing and I allow my transformation to manifest. I am willing and I allow my transformation to manifest. What does that transformation look like? That's all a part of the clarity piece. All right? That's all a part of the clarity too. We talked about living in the end, which is a deepened sense of clarity because you're seeing the end result. Remember, we talked about that? That's about seeing the desire already fulfilled, right? I am willing and allow my transformation to manifest. Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, I'm willing and I'll allow. We talked about the self-concept skills. Remember the self-identity, the self-worth, the self-efficacy. We talked about all of that. And in my own personal life, I'm just going to stay there over the next quarter, shifting, up-leveling the self-concept. We talked about inspired action from divine guidance, right? That's how convergence meet. So convergence, beloved, is not about hustle. It's about harmonizing. It's about allowing everything to come into harmony, synchronicity, divine alignment, all right? So we covered a lot of topics in March. But now what I want us to do before we go into Q2. So we got a lot of work today. Mondays are usually my long days, right? We got a lot of work to do. We want to, number one, put this in your notes, celebrate. I'm going to give you some tips on what to do with that. We want to celebrate what we've come through. I would love you to take it quarter by quarter. Celebrate at least 5 things that you did in January. And I'm going to do it specifically. 5 things for February, 5 things for March. Celebrate, 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 and then get clarity and stillness for how you want to take the next quarter, the next 90 days. See, now it's to create a new part of the lifestyle. All right? So these are the different ways that we can celebrate. Celebration is good, right? It's intentional energy. You're doing this intentionally. And what celebration says to the subconscious mind is, I am available for more expansion, more joy, more wins. Write that down. Celebration. This is something we should be doing every single day. I learned this from my mentor 15 years ago about the power of celebrating every single day. And back then we just call it the 5 yays. Just say, looking at something and saying, yay, I did that. All of that is just sending the message to the subconscious mind. I am available for more. Please put that in your notes. I am available for more joy, more expansion, more wins. All right? So that's what celebration does. It's a powerful tool to use. Now here, I purposely put this in the notes. I'm going to give you 2 ways today, maybe 3, of how you can start celebrating. One way is mirror talk. Put that in your notes. And some of you have been practicing that. You've been in our community. Mirror talk is powerful, right? I would suggest, if you've never done mirror work before, to first go to the mirror and get acquainted with looking at yourself beyond the physical. Beyond the physical, you want to look, take a few minutes and breathe and look until you see your soul. The more you look, the more you're going to see something deeper, something more profound. You're going to touch your heart. There's so many exercises that we have done over the years with this mirror work that have really transformed your life. So I would do that first. Breathe, look in the mirror, and smile at yourself. Smile, right? Now, this is what you do. You look yourself in the eye, and you can speak out loud. 3 things, right, from that list of 5. Just take 3 things that you are really happy and proud of from Q1 and celebrate. 3 things, right? It could be one thing you overcame, one thing you healed, right? One way that you have shown up more powerfully, one way that you were consistent, just from January alone. Remember, all of this is sending a message to the subconscious mind that says, I am available for more. I want more. I love the way I feel when I am winning, when I am shifting, when I am transforming. I love the way that feels, right? So you pick 3 things that you have overcome, something you've healed, something you shifted, something that you have shown up powerfully for. It could have been a meeting that you had, and you went to that meeting and you showed up you showed up very powerfully for yourself. You spoke your truth. You held your ground. You honored who you were. Celebrate that. Stop to feel how it feels. I am so proud of you. Call your name. I'm so proud of you. You showed up so powerfully, right? Something that you healed, a habit you created. And we're all about creating these tiny habits, right? A new habit. So for those of you in the community, you have the 1 in 7 tool. Get that tool out today. We're going to do 3 things today, right? We're going to do the mirror work, right? But before that, you're going to first list the 5 things for January, 5 things for February, 5 things for March. Then you're going to do the mirror work. And if you've never done it, take a few minutes, take some deep healing breaths, and just look at yourself. Smile at yourself until you see beyond the physical and you can feel the essence of your soul, the essence of your spirit, and have a good talk with you, right? And so in the mirror work, you're just going to take 3 out of those 5 things that you healed, something you transformed, something you showed up powerfully in, something that you stopped doing, right? That's what we want to do. Why does this work, right? Because you are retraining the subconscious mind. And end the session saying something like, I am celebrating who I am being, not becoming, right? We can land there, but we want to go beyond. Being says, I am it now. Becoming keeps putting it off in the future. We want to take that future that we see, bring it back to the present. I am being this, right? I celebrate who I am being. I welcome more moments just like this. So look at the words we're using today. I'm willing. I allow. I welcome. You see, just easy, soft. I am willing. I welcome. I allow. More moments like this. More moments just like this. Standing in front of this mirror and celebrating and being grateful. All right? Tip number 2. I'm creating this for my community, and it's a journal, and it's going to be filled with different prompts, but it's going to be called I Did That. I did that. That's something I love saying. I love looking in the mirror, bringing up a celebration and saying, you did that. You, I, we did that. Talking to myself, my higher self, my God self, my shadow self, we did that, right? So in this I Did That journal, right? This is a separate thing from what I said. This is just a separate tool that you can use. You can write down the more things that you can pull out that you are proud of, that you celebrate, the more things. Certainly at the end of a month, you should have at least 10. If you did the 5 yays, like my mentor taught me to do, and you're doing that every day, by the end of the month, how many things do you have to celebrate? right? My brain is not going to work that fast, so I have to kind of like do it here. You will have 150 things to celebrate. I could have done that in my head, right? You will have 150 different things to celebrate. Imagine how much more powerful and confident you will become if at the end of the month you've already celebrated 150 things that were positive, that were good. So that's why those 5 yays every day was so important. And that's just 5 times 30, right? How powerful you will become, how much more positive you will become, how much more emphatic you will be about your ability to prosper, right? So you do that. I did that, 10 things. At the end of a quarter, you will have over 500 things, no less, that you are celebrating. This is why I'm creating the journal. Is because we want to keep seeing, continually put before our eye, put the energy in the body that we are celebrating, right? I made time for rest this month. I'm celebrating that. I didn't eat as many carbs this day. I'm celebrating that. Every little thing we're going to celebrate. Why it works? Because when you turn reflection into positive reinforcement, it anchors gratitude in the memory. When you turn reflection into reinforcement, it anchors that memory of gratitude in the subconscious. All right, let's land here, beloved. Take a good healing deep breath in and exhale and relax. All right. I can't leave you hanging. I will be here tomorrow for us to kick off Q2. Let's take today, regardless of whatever else you have to do today, make time to end this second quarter in power, in authority, in joy, thanksgiving, gratitude, and send that message. You're ready for more. All right, lovelies, have a blessed, wonderful, and amazing rest of your day. SSL is Mastery. I'll see you in the Success Lounge at 12 noon. Bye for now.